Hey everyone, we're back with more FF14. We are about to talk with the Crystal Braves to help them fight off the Garleans yet again. Glad to have you with us, Mearo. As I'm sure that Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garleans have deployed a small force from Moenbryda. With their main column assembles in the north near Dalaman's Talons. But we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves in the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbert. Greetings, Scions. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the force should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We have enough soldiers now to divide our own forces to safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, 'twould be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take the fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of those storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the fourth and give battle to this main column. Hey, look at that, Moenbryda's got a pretty sick axe. You're with the third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yu Hase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Yu Hase makes me uncomfortable, dude. There's something about him that just... See, look at that axe. That is sick. It's like somebody took a staff that was like bent like that and then just like attached blades to it. Anyway, I don't like Yu Hase. He makes me uncomfortable. Something about him is unsettling. Maybe it's his zip bandana. I don't really like his bandana. Or the fact that he's not wearing a hat like everyone else. A pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. I mean, even Bob Dole was out, like when I came over to this guy. Look at that. He just fucked off. Now this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, to better conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be the simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here and once the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Do you believe that all Lalafell are lawful evil? No. I mean, Nanamo Ulnamo proves that like, there's good Lalafell out there. But holy fuck are the monetarists. They're something. They do not do a, okay, they do a great job of making you hate those little fuckers. And by monetarists, I mean Pelagia, Legi, and Lolorito. Like, the writing of FF14 is usually pretty fantastic, and them making you hate the monetarists is honestly pretty well done. Generally speaking, if the character's a merchant in this game, he's probably an asshole. Probably. What, did these guys just like forget that they were leaving? Because this is like right by the main gate. Oh, looks like we got some earth sprites in the fight now. I have 4 enemies I'm fighting here, hang on. that one's got damage up. Ooh. He thinks he's special. Sorry, Earthsprite, you were caught up in a war that wasn't your own. Do you want to beat Telegia with Lolorito? Like, pick up Lolorito by his feet and beat Telegia to death? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Those little shits actively make life worse for everyone in Ul'dah just so they can have more money. You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I'd never have to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time to bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let the Lieutenant Alien know the West is now clear. I would appreciate if you did the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. Also, can I point something out? You guys see that big fucking Magitech thing there? How the hell were they planning to sneak in with that? That thing is large and not quiet at all. Anyway. Private Prentice, what news of the Garleans? The raiding parties are no more than? Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be most relieved to hear the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. An uninvited Asian. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alien has reported a sound victory over the main column, and informs you that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogan lady with the large axe, it would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. What's going on? Oh, she's hanging out here. Hey, Moenbryda, what's going on?
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know, as Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
She senses me. A useful talent.
An Asian. Are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us? Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
I love how he just fucking Goku'd her axe strike, you know, like Goku blocked Trunks' sword. He just one fingers her axe, and then she's like, oh bugger, just shit. Also, hi Vector. Stuff's going down. But he fingered her axe, not her. You're here! Master Louis Soir's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now!
You too!
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Hebrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Moenbryda!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
Chrysalis is now dated. Okay, so we're going to be having a special guest appearance by Gabranth Inquisitor. Jeremy in chat will be joining us for this. A ruthless Asian known as Nabrialis has intruded upon the sanctum of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, spiriting away both the antecedent and the powerful relic she refused to yield. Pursue the Paragon through the dimensional rift and prize Minfilia and Tupsimati from his tenebrous grasp. Okay. So, we're gonna queue. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but hopefully not long. I'm gonna put my tank stance on. Okay. Here goes, guys. YouTube, once I hit this button here, I'm going to potentially pause as usual. You might see a skip as you have in the past, just to when we get in there. Alright guys, we are ready. Here we go. Assuming our healer and our fucking DPS click. There we go. Alright, so people just jump right in. So this is Nabriales. He's not that difficult. He's casting double, so the tank is going to want to use some cooldowns here. We'll see if they do. Jeremy, you want to be behind the boss. This is the point of order. Alright, so now we just absorb orbs. Alternate your colors. There's a special one that'll eventually spawn. Looks like they got it though. Okay. Now just get close in for heals. You don't want to stand so far away because the healers can't get to you easily. Insatiable hunger. The void. Devour all light and return this one to perfect darkness. He's gonna start teleporting now, which is super annoying for melee. Here's triple. This is going to be his big heavy hit now. Spark's going to hit him 3 times. But he's got cooldowns up, so he'll be fine. He's going to teleport to the center. We get to redo the orb phase. Oh wait, he's not doing that yet. I'm surprised. Normally he does. Right, well. Okay, now he's going to the center. Okay, orb phase again. Okay, everybody group in the center. Ish. You want to be close for heals? Alright. He's gonna start drawing everybody into the center. You want to run against it and pop all your cooldowns right before you get drawn in. That'll be roughly 20% that he does that. Oh, there it is. Okay, now run against the wall. And just pop all your cooldowns right before you get drawn in. And that's that. And there we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout commands at people, particularly you, Jeremy. I know you're a bit behind. But yeah, as a DPS, generally don't go in front of the boss because they cleave and it hurts. That boss likes to teleport around and he's a fucking asshole for anybody who plays melee. Alright, let's give it to this tank. I got 2 combinations for that.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What? What trickery is this? No. No! You cannot! No!
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free! Concentrate! Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moenbryda, what are you doing?
Master Louisoix, I understand now the choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You damned old coot.
Moenbryda, no! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Moenbryda. She's gone. You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moenbryda's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minthelia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying Northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moenbryda?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moenbryda hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moenbryda and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moenbryda. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moenbryda discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoix's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moenbryda truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moenbryda, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moenbryda gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Aether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moenbryda in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we would normally go on and continue talking to Minfilia, but the sadness of Moenbryda aside, we must now take a moment of silence and an ad break. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.